everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of Bills United, episode 8. And alongside my boy KI, I'm your boy HB, and we got a special show today, man. How important is this game to you, man? Because I know it's important to me. It's important to all of us as the Bills Mafia.
No,
how important is this game?
I'm about to, off rip, I'm cooking up. I'm about to tell you how important this game is. I'm about to cook this motherfucker
Bring the energy.
I'm a professional chef today. Y'all call me Chef KI. You know what I mean? For one, let's get this straight. I am sick of seeing this picture of Stephon Diggs after the 2020 season, the AFC Championship. Look at this. Just in case y'all don't remember, I'm gonna remind y'all. Yo, HB, you see this pretty often?
You know, I'm sick of that.
Right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. That shit live rent free in my head. Every time we play the Kansas City Chiefs, social media, all the sports outlets, networks, they always remind me of that. They always gonna bring that up. So you know what? That's why that's important to me, because that is the end of that picture. This time it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes looking at the confetti, because he going to Cancun next. So that's what that means for me right there. Number 2, this game means we will finally receive the respect that we deserve, right? We haven't been respected since the early 90s. Let's keep it a buck. Even though we've been winning, we are literally the second most winning team behind the Kansas City Chiefs since 2020. And yet we don't get no respect. This game is where we get our respect, bro, right? Not only that, bro, we still get counted out year in and year out. Out of all the elite teams in the league, bro, who was called for upset in the playoffs?
It was them, right?
No, we was us. They said Denver Broncos was gonna come to Buffalo and beat us.
Oh, dude. This year was just no. Yeah.
Out of all the elite teams,
No
we got disrespected in the second round. It was so bad, bro. They slandered us so bad that they had Bills fans believing that we couldn't even beat the Ravens. They had our own people believing we couldn't beat this team. We don't get no respect. And yep.
No. You can go ahead. Finish that last thought, because I got something for that.
Yeah. So now with that being said, we kill all the narratives. Oh, turnovers. Oh, Josh Allen got Stephon Diggs. Y'all counted us out since the beginning of the season. And look, we one of the last 4 standing. We finna take the king off his throne. And y'all said we wouldn't even make the playoffs. Y'all said we was gonna be 3rd in our division. Y'all put Miami in jest over us. This is respect. This is what we earned. And we deserved this shit years ago. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But this is our time, bro. This is our moment. And we gonna go to that Super Bowl. Chief Kingdom, Chief Dynasty, Chief Ruler is over. Let's go. What up, big dog?
Man, you know what it mean to me, man? It means the same thing that it meant to me when we broke the streak on September 25th, 2011. When we beat the Patriots at home. And they brought down the goalpost because they was afraid that we was going to come down. The fan base going to come down and break that thing. So Fred Jackson came down with teammates and broke that thing down themselves because they knew it was going to get ugly, because they went 14 straight on us. 14 straight games just tossing us. And then we finally beat them. I think that this time around, we go to their home and we defy the odds. Now, I know. Now, let me get this out the way first, because this is something that's been on my mind all week, man.
Let's get it.
Now, I see the tides changing. Now, I see that people are trying to put the pressure on us to win this game because your boy didn't win it, because your boy Lamar didn't win it. So I'm gonna just keep it a big buck, right? Like some people say. I'm gonna keep it a big buck. Josh Allen is gonna play his game come this Sunday. He don't gotta be Superman on every single play. He don't gotta come in there with the mentality on the Lamar Jackson energy, on the Joe Burrow energy, on the whatever type of energy you trying to. You know why? Because all they ask is at home. They at home. So you know what he bringing on Sunday? He bringing tomorrow. He bringing that Josh Allen energy. So I'm not gonna sit here and let y'all switch the narrative now that we've been defying the odds and we're beating every team that y'all put in front of us. Granted, we at home. We went undefeated at home this season. That's fine and all. But we also beat the 2 pillars in this entire league this year. We beat Detroit at Detroit. Doesn't seem too hard now because Washington did it. But at the time, they were blowing teams out. And then we beat the only team that got beat legitimately one time all this season. So what this game mean to me is us breaking that same streak that we broke versus Tom Brady. And right now, the Tom Brady is Patrick Mahomes. So I feel that, respectfully, we got to go dethrone them at their own home. Now, you could tell this week there hasn't been no trash talking really much between both teams because they know what's up. They can't wake nobody up this week. But they know that the last couple times we've been there, we were the ones victorious. Granted, it wasn't in the playoffs. That's everybody's narrative, right? But the last time they legitimately beat us over there was the 13-second game. And even that was a toss-up because people that are not even fans, boys of ours, would tell us that if we would have got that ball, if it was a fifth, we'd be all drunk, right? If it was a fifth, we'd be all drunk. But you all know that if we would have got that ball instead of him, we were so hot, nobody was stopping nobody. So,
and also too, I want to add a little bit more to that, right?
Go ahead.
So the last time they beat us in Kansas City was the 13 seconds, right? Yeah. Do y'all know ever since then? That was 3 years ago. That was January 22nd, 2022. We are 2-0 in Kansas City ever since then. So if there's a team that could go in the playoffs and beat this team at home, it is us. The Chiefs know we are built for them. We built this team specifically for this team. And y'all see it every year because guess what? Every time you play them, we both putting up 30 points. We the only ones that can hang with the big dogs. Because we a big dog too. And it's time to turn that bone. It's that time. But not only that, I would like to say this as well, right? A narrative, right? This game is important because guess what? We will finally be able to get over the hump that hunted us for 4 years. That's one thing, right? But not only that, this will be our first time going back to the Super Bowl since 1994, and I'm quite sure most of the people that's watching now wasn't even born. And if you was born, you still feel that pain. Bottom line,
you felt it come out the wound if you were born in '96. You already know that came with some pain.
You feel me, man? And this is our time to finally heal the city of Buffalo, to heal the Buffalo Bills fan, man, to heal our franchise, to turn a new stick, man. This is our time, and we finally get to prove to the world that no team in this league is not like us. They're not like us. Bottom line, right? But now, Big Dog, I got something for you, bro. I want you to set the stage a little bit.
All right,
set the stage, man.
All right. So let me set it to you like this. Sunday night, 30 degrees, 32 degrees to be exact. No precipitation. 3-mile winds. Expected to drop about 7 p.m. So as the game is going, you're going to see the temperature drop a couple degrees. No excuses. It's going to be dry land for them boys, for the both of them. So I don't really feel like – I feel like this is the perfect game with the perfect athletes to go out there and solidify who's who this year. And it kind of gives me the same vibes when they came here and they had to play here because there was great weather that day too. So it's kind of a replay, but in a different stadium this time around. They will be wearing the all whites. They're gonna be wearing the reds, as usual. And I'm a little superstitious, that we're not wearing no type of blue during the game. But I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried. I feel like everybody this week. I mean, you and I have talked all week about this game, and we have been kind of like we've been really chill. Like, and then I've looked around the community because we both delivery drivers, so you could see around. Nobody's really been talking about this game. It's kind of like this eerie silence. This is a calm before the storm. It kind of feels like everybody's like, damn, bro, what if we lose? Like, what if this is a replay again? What if this is like okay, I get it. They're 11-2 at home in the playoffs. I get it. It's scary. I get that we have a losing record in the playoffs against them. I get it. But I know there was a stat that you told me that occurs every time we play the Chiefs in the playoffs. And I feel like this is the team this year to get past the Chiefs. And what's that stat, K.I.? What's that stat you was telling me? What happens when we beat the Chiefs every time?
So in history, right? We have played the Chiefs 6 times in the playoffs. We are 2-4, right? So we beat the Chiefs in 91. and we beat them in 93. Do y'all know what that means? We went to the Super Bowl. Every time we beat the Chiefs, we go to the Super Bowl. But guess what? Every time the Chiefs beat us, they go to the Super Bowl. So it's a two-way street. And guess what? Whoever win this time again goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So now saying that last week the issue with the Texans and the Chiefs, we all know was the referees. Obviously, the Texans they were struggling because they didn't have enough in the tank, talent-wise at wide receiver. They have Joe Mixon, but they have a huge drop-off after that at running back.
Yeah.
So they really hung on because they played physical in the beginning and toward the third quarter had a pretty decent time transitioning, but they just didn't have enough in the tank at the end. The refs kind of reset the downs a lot for the Chiefs to put them in a lot better situations because they weren't blocking. They weren't blocking. So the referees, I know you got some information on the referees that I want to know about and the people will want to know about coming into this game because I feel uncomfortable now. I feel like we're going to go in there and we're going to play them, but how are we going to play them without having the leash? You know, we got to let the leash loose. We got to let the dogs loose, man. How we going to do that? So,
all right. So for everybody listening, I know everybody concerned is about the ref. The Chiefs always got the ref, but what I'm about to tell you about the ref, the officiating leader of this game, y'all gonna have a whole different mindset when I break it down. So now check this out, right? The ref, the crew leader of this game is Clete Blakeman, right? This year and last year, he is known as the king of NFL penalties. He called the most penalties, right? So his crew, out of all 17 officiating crews in the NFL, they finished first in the league with 252 penalties this year, and also the only crew to accumulate 2,000 yards worth of flags. So that's one thing that we're going into this game, right? But hold on, it sounds bad for both teams, but wait till I get to it, right? Blakeman, right? Crew was the toughest on home teams this year, right? He called 134 penalties for 1,143 yards this year, right? So he ref 16 games this year, right? I have a question for you, big dog. How many games out of 16 do you think the home team won this year?
Probably 10.
So this year, right? Home teams that he ref are 5-11, meaning only 31% of home teams won this year under his officiating. 5 out of 11. He don't like home teams. And you're about to find out the team he hates the most are the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm about to get into that. Right? So this is the reason why he hates the Chiefs, right? In 2019, right, when during the AFC Championship, when Kansas City lost to the Patriots, right? Do you remember that call when Chris Jones had tapped Tom Brady when he threw the ball and he called a roughing the passer?
Yeah.
Did you know because of that call, the Patriots won the AFC Championship, and he was the one who threw that flag? Oh, let's talk about another game. Last year when Travis Kelce had did that the backward lateral pass, and we got called back. Do you know who threw that flag? This referee. Oh, they remember last year during the Christmas game when the Raiders upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you know who ref that game? Clete Blakeman. This guy hates the Chiefs, bro. And the Chiefs lost more games in the last 4 years under his officiating than any other crew in the whole entire league. The Chiefs, and guess what? And they at home. So that's going to make it even worse for him. Right? So that should give you a little confidence. But now check this out, right? Clete Blakeman had ref the game for us this year against the Jets in week 17. Right? When we blew the Jets out like 40 to whatever, right? And I want you to guess how many flags he threw that game.
7.
He threw 23 flags that game altogether when we played the Jets in week 17. Out of them 23 flags, the Bills was called for 7 out of 23.
Oh, so I was right about something.
Yeah.
I was right about
something.
something.
So he favored the Bills a lot. But not only that, if I'm not mistaken, the Bills are 7-3 when he referenced. He like us, and the Chiefs are 6-5.
Hey, and before anybody get up on the comments and said, "Oh, so you guys are relying on reffing in this game?" Well, you're damn right. You know why? Because I'm sick and tired of the Chiefs getting all the flags, and I'm not saying I'm relying on it 100%, but it's got to be fair one way or another. You can't just have one team get egregious calls, and even the commentator goes, "Oh, come on." We live in a world now where if you go one way or you go another, somebody got something to say. Well, if you're gonna say it thinking that same thing. Oh, damn. We really do need the officials to call a fair game now. Yeah, that's what we need. We need to have an honest game because last week was not honest. That was some longest yard point shaving type crap that nobody wanted to watch. And Mahomes gonna be the next one in jail playing in jail if that's gonna happen again. I promise you that.
Like,
nope.
The refereeing against the Kansas City Chiefs, it felt like Las Vegas hired them refs to go ref that game, bro. Vegas was like, yeah, that's that Taylor Swift effect. Just for y'all don't know, that's what that means. Taylor Swift.
And for the people saying, like Mad Dog saying, "Oh, you gotta get Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. You gotta be." Listen, she was gonna be there regardless, okay? And she not gonna perform, okay? Kendrick Lamar, and SZA are gonna be performing at the Super Bowl. We don't want to see no Taylor Swift in no Super Bowl. We grown ass men. We don't want to see that.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. This is They Not Like Us. This is TV Off. This is all those songs, Money Trees, all that.
Yep.
We flowing into Louisiana with that type of noise. We ain't listening to no Taylor Swift. So don't you can miss me with that.
Cause trust me, I'm sick of Mr. Brightside. But I'm gonna listen to Brightside before I listen to some damn Taylor Swift.
Can we approach that, please? Can we please approach that?
No, I want you to take the lead on this one because I might go off.
Oh my goodness, bro! If I gotta say Mustard, yo, we need Mustard. We need DJ Mustard on the team, man. We need him on the Buffalo Bills. We need to be hyping up. We need to be hyping up because what is Mr. Brightside hyping up? What does that song identify with the Buffalo Bills? You was at the game. When we were at the game, we heard that song. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I looked up at the screen. I'm looking like, oh no, what is this? Bro, where are we from? Where are we from?
I'm from Buffalo.
Come on, dude. What is this? Hamburg? What is that? Orchard Park? We from Buffalo, dude. It's the Buffalo Bills, bro. Show them what Buffalo about. Because even Marshawn Lynch, when he came here, he said, bro, I thought Buffalo was all like this until I went to the west side, until I went to Riverside, east side. They mess with me down there.
Bro,
they mess with me there. They don't show you what Buffalo really about.
Like where's the DMX at? Where the locks? Like where's the hype music? Yeah, like the young thug or something. I can't listen to Mr. Brightside drinking beer in the stands and turning up. I want to see y'all kill each other on that field.
I'm not the biggest fan of Benny the Butcher, and I'm not afraid to say it. But I can tell you right now, I would rather listen to Benny the Butcher's remix on the Buffalo Bills than listen to Mr. Brightside when we win a game.
Oh yeah,
because we trying to get hyped up. We trying to get bucked up for the game. We're hurting people playing. We're not listening to Mr. Brightside. No, we're not listening to that. I got time for bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not dealing with that no more. I just can't. It kills me. It kills me. It just feels like I gotta put my hair on a side, bro, and just kind of like, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like,
no. Our fan base not like that, bro.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's no reason why we more buck at tailgate than we are actually in the stadium. I'm gonna be honest, right? But now, right, I got something for you, big dog, because I want you to tell the audience what is different this time around playing Kansas City in AFC Championship 4 years later. What is different this time?
So a couple new things are different. I feel like the mentality of the team is much different. I feel like they're not thinking about what happened 4 years ago. They're thinking about, or not even 3 years ago. They're thinking about what happened, like what's happening now, that we're winning now. Deion Dawkins said it best. They're not here to change the past. They're here to change what's going to go down on Sunday. So if they were to be worried about what happened a few years ago, then their mentality goes down. Now they're thinking about one game at a time. They're thinking about playing 60 minutes on Sunday and playing the best 60 minutes that they can. Now, Josh Allen's mentality, I think that's a different mentality that we saw a few years ago too, because now it feels like he doesn't have to be pressured to do everything, which is what the media wants with him to do on Sunday. They need to demonstrate they need to demonstrate that they're the team and blah blah. Okay, well, if they were talking about Kansas City like that pretty much all year, that they were the team, even though they were only winning by a point or two and they didn't even hit 30. They hit 30 one time all season. So, and they touched 30. They didn't go over 30. And in Buffalo, we had a lot of points this year, and we were over 30 most of the games. And we did it without even trying. So I feel like what's different this year on a mental standpoint is their mentality going into the game. Is there the positivity, the stresslessness. They don't have to go win consecutive games like last year where they had to go on a run to make the playoffs, and then they had to go win 4 more straight games. No, we got our loss out the way. We got our bye week out the way, our last game of the season. Now we got to go win 4 more, and that's it. We've gone on 7-game win streaks before this season. We've got our losing out the way early, and we dominated most of the season. So, and granted, we would have set a franchise record too this year if we had played our starters in the last game, because we weren't losing to the Pats, not Joe Milton. Like, I'm sorry, Joe Milton looked nice to us, but he's not Josh Allen. So either way, I think that this time around that's different. We're gonna have a fully loaded staff. We're gonna look like a fully loaded staff for the first time in quite some time. And you know what? This isn't 4 years ago when you came in and you had 2 hobbled receivers, and then you had Stephon Diggs not show up, and then you had to rely on Devin Singletary and TJ Yeldon and guys like that at running back. No. We got 3 running backs. We have a bunch of capable receivers. Khalil Shakir obviously is the number 1 at the slot. Keon Coleman's back. Amari Cooper with his 2 receptions for 50 yards have himself. And you got Mac Hollins that's able to do everything. So I really don't feel like we have much to sweat. And we got Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown and George Karlaftis, we're going to get into that in a bit, because that's going to be the matchup that might decide this game. Because we already know about Chris Jones up the middle, but you know who we have. We have Osiris Torrance. We got David Edwards. We got Connor McGovern, guys that gave up 0 sacks all this season. Oh, none of them are Pro Bowlers, by the way. So, and they're locked up for the next couple of years with Buffalo. So I ain't worried about our offensive line at all coming into this game. I feel like their difference, the only difference they have is now they have Isaiah Pacheco back, and he's still coming back off the fibula, so we don't know how that's really going to play a factor. He hasn't really been running as hard as he was in the beginning of the year.
He don't look good.
No. And Hollywood Brown, though. Hollywood Brown, that's a huge difference. Even though there was balls that he missed because the chemistry quite isn't there. And now that it's the playoffs, they're going to have to force the chemistry. Because if they can't get nothing on the run, they got to go past that ball. And there was plenty of times where he would beat the defender, but Pat Mahomes would be off on the pass. And not just because he would be in rush, it's because more of the time he was just being off on throws. And being off a couple weeks, not playing since Christmas, doesn't help you much. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what's different around this time, at least for me, right? So you had brought this up. I'm gonna dig a little deeper into it, right? You was like, we have a full staff. We pretty much fully healthy, right? So in the AFC Championship, there was a lot of injuries on this team. In 2020, really 2022 was a lot of injuries, and 2023, right? Every time we played them, and guess what? Last year, y'all was playing people that he got off the couch. You was playing people off the couch last year. AJ Klein. My boy was like, he was like this with us. He just got a call, like, man, get up in here. We need you, bro. Right? And the funny part is the fact that we weren't healthy, they would still really barely beat us by 3 points in every single one of those games. This team, the Chiefs can't beat us. They only could beat us when we are hurt, bro. Because in the regular season, when we mainly healthy, because we usually, for the most part, mainly healthy when we play the Chiefs in the regular season, we always win.
Yeah.
They always catch us in the back end of the season when we always hurt. So I want y'all to notice that. It's a big difference. And y'all going to see that tomorrow.
You know what's a big difference? You know what is a big difference? We actually have a run game that's respected in the National Football League. It's not just Josh Allen running the ball. We kept everybody healthy because of the time of possession we had this year, which goes really underrated. And now they're thinking that time possession now is everything in the league, because you could win a game by just running the ball. But people have this perception now that you guys need to have elite wide receivers to go win and all this stuff. No, you need to have a healthy team that could play two phases. They could run the ball and they could pass. But run game is so essential to time possession. It keeps the time rolling. And what are those defensive players doing? They're sitting, they're relaxing, they're waiting until they got to go attack again. They're not constantly put out there on 3 and outs where the time is stopping and then they're on the field way more. It's a domino effect. So the key to health this year was having a run game. And last year we stayed predominantly healthy too. If it wasn't for Milano breaking his leg early in the season, we still got Daquan back. You know, if we had Milano last year, I feel like we should have won that game. But it would have been it had to have been a healthy Milano, and he wasn't there yet. Now he's getting back more to his old self. It kind of looks like he's finding the groove again, which is a great difference for us, because now we have somebody that's going to be able to check Kelsey and Noah Gray, and you could have Dorian Williams on some packages. You don't have to force him out there. Milano's got the hamstring issue and everything, and they're kind of trying to battle out how they're going to be able to play him less, but have him on the field all the time.
Yep.
And that's going to be probably one of our biggest challenges this week, is trying to game up something like that.
All right, so I'm about to bring up this comment because it goes right into what I'm about to bring up for this little segment, right? Josh Allen mastering the art of mistake-free football has rendered him virtually unstoppable, right? Now, check this out, right? Y'all want to talk about some facts? Did you know that the Bills, according to NFL history, since the Super Bowl era, the Bills is the most efficient football team in NFL history? Wow. We are the most mistake-free team in NFL history. We are one of the most balanced offensive teams in NFL history. We put up the most points in NFL history. And guess what? Do you know what you got to do to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs at home against referees? You have to play perfect football. And we've been doing that since the season began. We are the perfect team, according to NFL history. And that's an advantage for us. Because guess what? Usually when we play the Chiefs, it comes down to one thing. And what is that? A mistake. Chiefs don't make mistakes in the playoffs. We did. And we mature. And we seen that over the season. This is going to be the difference of this game. The Chiefs is going to make the mistake this game. And we won't. So that's the difference that I see for this game tomorrow at 6:30, big dog. What you think about that?
I think that put the comment up there one more time, man. Put the comment up there one more time.
Bring the comment back?
Yes. Because I don't want to get the name wrong, man.
Give me 1 second, big dog.
Yeah, you good. Because I love it. I love it when people comment on our show, man, and it makes our show more interesting in a way. See, no bones about it, because that's a new one right there. So I appreciate it. You can bring it down now. I no bones about it. I appreciate you commenting, man. I think that they're going to make the turnover, and I think that it's going to be an interception. Reason why is because their offensive line is so bad that I could put my 3 daughters out there, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to get to it. And then when we have the secondary to be able to get the pick. So if Deron Johnson is at least 80% coming in this game after that nasty shoulder roll that he had on Sunday, if he's able to even get close to the ball, I feel like it's going to be him that makes the turnover, that gets the interception. It's either going to be him or it's going to be Milano, because they're going to be attacking Travis Kelce. They're going to be trying to get Travis Kelce the ball and Xavier Worthy the ball. As far as Josh Allen being virtually unstoppable, you damn right. If you go, put him in any weather, Put him in any situation, this dude is gonna run through a brick wall. You saw what C.J. Stroud did last week, and he tried to put a shoulder down on 2-1. If that was Josh Allen would have kept running. So what I'm telling you right now is I'm putting my money on Mr. Unstoppable, because you got Mr. Unlimited. You got Russell Wilson over there with the Steelers. You know I like to poke fun at the Steelers. You know why? You know we got a little something for them. But we got Mr. Unstoppable. I like that, No Bones. I like that. We got Mr. Unstoppable. Mr. Clean.
So
Mr. Clean in the pocket. Mr. Josh Allen.
Yes, sir. So now, watch this, big dog. I want you to coach him up. I want you to coach up the audience. I need you to put your Sean McDermott. I need you to put your Andy Reid glasses on and look closely, very closely to that piece of paper and coach the audience up, man. Let's get it.
All right. So, first off, I'm sagging off for Noah Gray. Okay, because Noah Gray not really gonna do nothing. Like I said, I could put Baylon Spector on them, and it'll be fine. Just put a body on him. Travis Kelce, I'm gonna need Teron Johnson on you, and that's about it. That's about it. I feel like Teron has had a history of checking tight ends and being able to shut them down. One of the best teams in the league has shut them down, and have a spy on as Milano. I feel like Milano was a good spy last week versus Lamar. He was able to contain him and keep him in the pocket. A lot of times when he was rolling left and rolling right and not going forward was because Matt Milano was the one spying on him. Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy's playing with a chip on his shoulder this week, guys. That's what they're saying. So that chip, we're going to have to keep that on him and actually stack a whole stack of Pringles on that piece, because he not going to do nothing with us this week. He's not gonna do nothing with us this week. They're gonna be able to take away all the reverses, all the screens, all the time. They're gonna have to resort to giving the ball to somebody they haven't given the ball to for most of the season, and that's Jimmy Smith-Schuster or Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown, we haven't seen him yet, folks. So now seeing that Benford is the one guy that's hurt, I feel like they're gonna have to attack that side. Rasul Douglas hasn't really been playing that well in man coverage. They kind of transitioned to be a zone corner. And that's gonna be a real big deal for Cole Bishop. It's gonna be a real big deal for DeMar Hamlin. So I feel that this week on the defensive side, those are the guys that you key on. On the offensive side, I feel that protection is a big thing as far as getting the pass rush from Kansas City, because Kansas City got a lot of good pass rushers. You got Omenihu, you got George Karlaftis, you got Chris Jones, you got Bolton. Those, when he comes in on a blitz as a linebacker, they got dudes. I'm not sure if Luke Tranquil is still playing on that squad. But I think that guys that they have are all athletic pieces. They kind of resemble what the Bills have. But the Chiefs defense is what the Bills defense would look like if we blitz more than 4 people. So looking at them, it's a lot more athletic pieces on the team. But they have a lot more speed rushers. They have size. So that would then have Josh Allen go more toward the outside of the pocket, because now we got Spencer Brown back. One thing I want to say is running the ball is going to have to be huge. And I want James Cook to get more than 20 this game. He got to get more than 20 touches in this game. If he gets 15, it's because he's gone over 100 yards. He's gonna have to pound the rock this time around. That's been the key to success all this season. If anyone on that staff, if anyone is gonna take wind of what I'm about to say right now, do not change your key to success. Do not change it for anybody, not for the media, not for your own pride, not for nothing. Keep the same energy that y'all have had all season, because that has got you to win games. And I think that this is gonna be the game. Well, we put up 30, if not more. So, as far as me coaching up, that's all I got, man. That's all I got.
So now, I want to bring up something, right? I want to add on to this, right? You want to talk about 30, right? So let me coach y'all up. I'm gonna coach y'all up like this. Offer it. You say we got to put up 30, right? Do you notice a pattern with this? Tell me what you notice. Minus last year. What do you notice about this?
Minus last year?
Minus last year. All these games. What do you notice about this?
1 loss, 2 wins, 2 losses.
Well, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. Every time the first team to reach 30 always win. The first team to touch 30 points minus the 13 seconds, and guess what? That was a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally a miracle. So outside of that,
can I bring this one thing up?
Yep, let's go.
When the Houston Texans and the Chiefs played last week, in the fourth quarter, it was 13-12. And Houston had 12. The Chiefs had 13. You gonna tell me with a straight face that Josh Allen's gonna have 12 points in the fourth quarter? You gonna tell me you're gonna have 20
that is insane.
Fourth quarter? That is insane. That is insane. We faced the best pass rush, and we put up 31 on it.
Easy.
We faced the best run offense in the league. Hands down. I don't care about no Saquon, no nothing. That's all. That's their team. Saquon's their team out on offense. You can say whatever you want about AJ and Devontae. That Saquon's their team. But Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Lamar Jackson, collectively, they're the nastiest team. They're a better version of the Philadelphia Eagles. You're right on that. I'll give you your flowers on that. They're pretty much the same team. That's why they play each other close in the season. You can't tell me with a straight face that Josh Allen is going to only put up 12 points. I'll be damned if he only puts up 12 points into the fourth quarter. I dare him to score 25 by fourth quarter.
Also, too, I'm going to keep it a buck. The Chiefs don't have a good defense.
No.
They got a good defensive line. That secondary is kind of sorry. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I expect us to have at least 20 by the end of the third quarter. We're going to have 20 by the end of the third, easily. Probably more.
Dude, Khalil Shakir is cooking Jalen Watson.
Oh, all day.
He's cooking them in the side. I feel like they put a lot of stock in them because, I mean, him and McDuffie on one side is fine, but thank God that our key to success is not just passing the ball. So even when we pass the ball, they're not really gonna be ready for it. They just got to be ready more to stack the box and the run. So they did a good job last time. I feel this time is going to be a lot different. Only because of that 167 piece, 300+ pound Spencer Brown on that side.
So now I'm about to coach her up on offense and defense. If I was Sean McDermott, this is how I will attack the Chiefs, right? Offer it on defense, make them one. I mean, on our defense, make their offense one-dimensional, right? Zone, nothing but zone. I don't want to see no man because you know why? They can't run that ball. Kareem Hunt is average at best. Pacheco is average at best. Derrick Henry didn't even get 100 yards on us. There's no reason why either one of these running backs should have 50 yards on us.
No.
I will make them run on us. On zone, double Xavier Worthy. Make sure there's always two men near him on his side of the field. That's the right side. So that's DeMar Hamlin and Christian Bifford. That's their responsibility, right? Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano are what? Top 5, top 10 coverage linebackers. And let's be honest. Isaiah Likely, he had 73 something. They got that in the fourth quarter when we let off the gas. We was wasting clock. That was the whole point. He ain't do nothing for that whole game. Nor Mark Andrews. Let's keep it a buck. They didn't show up to the fourth quarter. We was literally wasting clock. We let off the gas, right? So don't expect nothing from Travis Kelce. Because Bernard gonna lock that down. Milano gonna lock that down. And I'm gonna make them run that ball, and y'all gonna have to beat us with Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown is gonna be the only receiver, or Smith-Schuster, whatever the damn name is.
Yeah, Smith-Schuster, Jimmy Smith.
Yeah.
Schuster,
Jimmy Smith and Hollywood Brown. I will have to make them beat us. That's how I'm attacking their offense. On our offense, simple, because we are literally the same exact team as the Kansas City Chiefs on offense. Every time the Chiefs beat us, what they do? Patrick Mahomes throw it to the check down. They run the clock out. Do the same thing. Because guess what? We've been doing it all year. And trust me, nothing that they can do is going to stop us. The only way we're going to lose this game is if we beat ourselves. And I don't see that happening. Take the check downs, Josh Allen. Run them when you need to. And feed the running backs the ball. Because guess what? If James Cook not on fire, give it to Ray Davis. Ray Davis ain't catching that fire, give it to Ty Johnson. And if they're not catching fire, feed them on the outside. Make them pass runners. The Chiefs can't guard.
Yep. I sure hope that Ray Davis gets that ball, boy. Because what they look like versus Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's a big back, but he's not as fast as Ray Davis. And they're not, both of those backs are not afraid of contact, and they can move. They're one cut and go. So I feel like if Ray Davis gets that ball and he's a change of pace back, it'll be a problem. Yo,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You are about to love this right here, bro. Because don't you remember last week we was waiting for somebody to show up? Look who want to show up today.
Oh my goodness.
He dodged all the smoke after we smoked his team.
How is the weather, Brandon? How is the weather out there? I bet it's better over here. It's about to warm up on Sunday.
Hey, just in case I don't know who Brandon the Brand is, let me bring this back up. When we had the show for the Chiefs, against the Ravens, this man was talking out of pocket. Yo, we was like, yo, after we spank y'all, I want you to come on this show the following day on Monday. This man was nowhere to be found. He was in hush mode like the rest of their fan base. And now he want to come back over here since his team is at Cancun with Lamar Johnson smoking and drinking. Now he want to come over here and tell we gonna lose. Where was his energy last week when y'all lost?
Now you know where Brandon is, man. Brandon is got Mark Andrews' shoulder right now because he's literally he's holding him, man. He's holding him. He's like, listen, man, it's all right, man. You ain't got to deal with that. You ain't got to deal with you're a great tight end, man. You're one of the best in the league, man. Don't let these guys get to you, man. Don't let them get to you, man. Listen. His phone. Brandon's phone was more silent than Mark Andrews, bro. He done put that thing on hush mode, but turned all the comments off, all that thing. This is all fun, man. Because I'll tell you right now, when Lamar Johnson came out for the interview, that's probably one of the most that's probably one of the most iconic moments for us, man. That we're gonna look back and we'll say, man, that was funny. But you know what? That was the right dose of medicine because y'all was talking that stuff,
man.
Y'all made us want to get up off our seats when we won that game and almost shoot him to the moon. Like just like, you know what, man, Lamar Jackson, get this dude up out of here, bro. He garbage, blah blah. We knew he didn't play garbage, but he did turn the ball over. He turned it to Lamar Johnson.
Oh yeah.
So
and guess what? It only took a quarter and a half. You feel me? He buns, but now we gonna move on. We gonna move on with the show. We gonna get back to you though, Brandon. We ain't done with you. We gonna get back to you later, dog. So, you know what? Let's get into some fun facts. You feel me? Right? See that this I love this stuff, right? Because the fun facts could predict a lot of things, right? So let's start off with the Chiefs, right? Do you know that there's a curse for teams that won 15 or more games during the season?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, let me break it down to you, right? So, guess how many teams since 2000 won 15 games in a year? How many teams you think won 15 games or more?
15 games?
Since 2000.
3.
6 teams.
6?
Yeah, and I'm about to go through them.
Oh my
right? So I'm about to tell you the year, the team, and the final results, right? So the first team to go doing 15 games is the 2004 Pittsburgh Steelers. They went 15-1 and lost the AFC Championship game. The 2007 Patriots, they went 16-0. They lost the Super Bowl. The 2011 Green Bay Packers went 15-1 and lost in the divisional. 2015, the Carolina Panthers went 15-1 and lost the Super Bowl. This is the first year in history where there's been 2 15-win teams in the NFL. The 2024 Detroit Lions lost divisional, and the last one is this Kansas City Chiefs team. Do you know what's common? They don't ever win at all. And two out of the 6 teams was the only teams that ever made it to the Super Bowl, and they lost. So that right there is a fun fact about what we should look into, because 15-win teams don't make it to the Super Bowl. The odds of they making it to the Super Bowl is lower than a regular team.
Okay.
So keep that in mind, right? Not only that, The last time the Chiefs beat us in Arrowhead was 3 years ago on January 34th. 23rd, right? The Chiefs had lost 4 home games the last 2 years. Guess who beat them twice at home? The Buffalo Bills, right? Not only that, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes have played each other 3 times in the playoffs, right? So far, right? How many touchdowns and interceptions do you think they combined for?
I don't know.
So, since the 3 matchups, they combined for 18 touchdowns and 1 interception. Josh Allen has 9 touchdowns and 1 interception against Mahomes, and Mahomes had 9 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. So now, with that being said, Josh Allen plays his best games against the Chiefs and the Dolphins. And the reason why I bring up the Dolphins is because y'all niggas trash. I'm excuse my language. I hate the Dolphins. So that's the only reason why I brought y'all up. Y'all buns, right? So those are the fun effects of today. So expect a big game from Josh Allen because he never disappoints against this Kansas City Chiefs team like he never do against Miami. And the trend not going to stop tomorrow. And I expect us to blow this team out tremendously. So just be on standby on that. But now this is something for you, big dog.
All right.
Because this is your lane. Injury report. How do you feel about Taylor Rapp being out? Do you think that affect us in a really bad way, or do you think it's just like a minor thing on the field?
Oh, nah, that's trouble, man. That's trouble. I'm gonna be honest, it's trouble.
Why you say that?
No, because he's the captain of the secondary. Like, he spent time. He spent time this season being the captain of the secondary. He's the guy that puts everybody in line, tells everybody where to go in the secondary, and that's a really big hit to us. But the upgrade side is that you got somebody that's been on the defense that plays on the practice squad that's able to give you the looks. The guy that has been playing the Chiefs for years. The guy that you haven't seen all season. You know who that guy is? That's Micah Hyde. Micah Hyde is the guy that gives you those looks in the practice field and tells you this is what it looks like. So then you got guys like Cole Bishop that are going to be out there practicing. And then you got Micah Hyde and you got Taylor Rapp telling them, listen, this is what you're going to see. This is how you have to adjust. Cole Bishop has gotten better as the season has progressed. His worst game by far was the Texans game. So, and that was before we got Micah Hyde on staff. And I feel like now that we got somebody in the field and off the field that's able to coach him up on the sidelines and actually be there as a player, that's an awesome chemistry to have. If he's able to study up like the Micah Hydes and the Taylor Rapps can this weekend, hey, I don't have no doubts that he could do good. 2nd round pick out of Utah, one of the best tacklers in the draft. That at the safety position, I'm not gonna poo-poo him just yet. But am I gonna sit there and tell you that I'm worried? Yes, I am. I'm very worried because it's not Taylor Rapp. But I feel like if he steps up in this game, we'll see Taylor Rapp in 2 weeks. We'll see him in 2 weeks. All he has to do is secure this hot spot right now, and we'll be fine come the playoffs. Now, I am more worried. Well, now that we're on injuries, with Matt Milano's hamstring. Because I know what a hamstring feels like, and it's very aggravating. So it's not as aggravating when you're moving around, and they probably give him adrenaline shots and everything for the game. So he's not feeling it as the game is starting, but as the game starts to progress, he'll start to feel that discomfort. So how bad is it? We don't know if it's a crazy discomfort or if it's something where it's a bad play away from tearing, God forbid. But that's what I'm more worried about. And Christian Benford, I'm not really worried about him. Concussion protocol, it happens in the league. It's something that they got to report. But if he's still playing, then I'm not really worried about it.
So this is my concern about Christian Benford, right? Wednesday he was limited practice. Thursday he was limited practice, but Friday he did not play. So do you think he did not play because they're gonna end up ruling him out during the last minute, or do you think he did not play because they just rest him? What you think?
Well, there could be 2 things. There could be preparation for the Chiefs. It's like, okay, if you list him as questionable, he didn't practice on Friday. Okay, they were gonna find out whether he was gonna play or not on Friday, and to see that he wasn't marked out, it gives me the indication that he's going to play. But the questionable feel for me feels like they're not giving the Chiefs that go ahead where, okay, are we gonna play Benford or not? It's kind of a game time decision. Oh damn, he's out there now, so now we got to go with this game plan instead of, okay, we game plan for who's the next guy up? You got Brandon Ingram, you got Kyrie Elam. I think Kyrie Elam will be the next one, but we haven't heard no talks of Kyrie Elam all week, so
yeah,
it doesn't give me an indication that he's gonna play. So I think Benford's gonna be the one playing this game.
So Joey Hatch have a comment. What you think about this?
Rap got beat twice over the top. 2 weeks, Bishop with his young legs and good safety, and he lays the lumber. Now he lays the lumber, but he also misses tackles too. When he comes up and he over pursues, some of the time he does miss tackles, and it happens in the league. But I don't really. I feel that he has the young legs, but he doesn't have the IQ that Rap and Hyde have, you know. And then I feel that even though Rap gets beat occasionally on plays, it's not always his fault. I know that he's the last guy. He's the last guy in the line of defense, but sometimes it's the quarterback and the wide receiver gets looking at the soft coverage, and it's just execution. If they execute well, then they execute well. If he gives up 1 or 2 balls, it's the same type of mentality you have to have with Rasul Douglas when he says, okay, if you get the ball, if you get beat deep once, all right, don't let it happen again for the rest of the game. And then you had a solid game. Yeah, you beat me deep once, but you not beat me deep all game. You know, it's not. I don't even feel like this game is gonna be like that.
So I have one more question, right? So Coach Harry, I'm gonna need you, put your glasses down a little bit, and I need you to answer me this, big dog. So, if you was the coach, would you rather play Ingram or Elam? Even though the people in the comments saying Christian Benford will play, but hypothetically, if he don't, who would you rather put out on that field?
Kyrie Elam. I'd have to put Kyrie Elam out there. Only reason why is because he's had the most experience on the outside this season, and Ingram is more of a slot backup corner / safety. Like, they put him in packages where he kind of looks like a little bit of both. Even when Teron Johnson was gone, he wasn't the starter on the other side. So it was still Benford, and Benford would be on the right side checking the Y, and then the X would be Kyrie Elam, you know. So and then they would switch. So and that's a good thing about playing both of them. They play both sides. So I didn't get any indication that Kyrie Elam was even on the radar this week. So I wouldn't worry about him playing at all. I still think that it's going to be Rasul Douglas and it's going to be Christian Benford, and concussion protocol is something that they got to go through. And if it was really that bad, then they wouldn't have played him. It's the same thing as Ray Davis. When Ray Davis was marked out on Monday, and then he went through and through during the week, and the guys that were looking at him said, well, he's been going through everything and hasn't had any problems on the field. He's been socializing with everybody just fine. So I'm not really worried about it. I think that he'll be fine. I think that you still got Benford this week, and we can still rest easy on that.
It's time to keep it a buck now, right? So I'm gonna start off first. I'm gonna keep it a buck. For one, if we lose this game, fellow Bills fans, Bills Mafia, if we lose this game, it's gonna be because of the secondary. It's not gonna be because of offense, nor is it gonna be because of this defensive line. It's gonna be because of this secondary. And I'm telling you this, right? Because one thing about the Kansas City Chiefs, they have a lot of speed. And DeMar Hamlin, he's not too good at coverage. I mean, he gonna lay the lumber for sure, especially if he gets you in the right moment or the right angle, he gonna get you. But I think our safety tandem is pretty bad when it comes to deep coverage. It's a lot of teams that got 20, 30 yards on us due to our safeties being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or they're just not fast enough to get there. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. If we lose this game, it's going to be because of the secondary. Surprisingly, for keep it a buck, I usually go off, but I really don't see too much bad that's gonna happen this game for us. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty confident that we are going to the Super Bowl, and I'm saying that in the most humblest way possible. What about you, big dog?
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Brady's gonna be gone and going to the Saints as the head coach if we lose this game. You're gonna lose your mind, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the last head coaching spot that they gotta fill. That's the last head coaching spot they gotta fill. And they're not going to wait another 2 weeks to go ahead and try to see if he's still available after 2 weeks. They got a draft to go through. They got to go through prospects. They got to go through all that stuff. And they need a face for the franchise. And if we win this game, then we keep him. Because they still got to keep him. And they already went and did the interview process with him. So that's my keeping it a buck. That's what I would do. That's what I would say, rather, if I were to keep it a stack with you. Because what's keeping him here outside of playing with Josh Allen? And potentially in Lombardi. Outside
that's
of that,
a fact.
They lose this game. And then he's still up in the air. He's still up in the air. Pay that man. Pay that man.
So do you think if we go to the Super Bowl that Joe Brady will stay?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay, and also that's a quick question. I know this is a little off season, but I just want to get a little insight.
Yeah,
so say we do lose Joe Brady, do you think that's going to be a significant hit on our offense next year? Just curious. You don't got to go deep. Just yes or no.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bet. So listen, man. Before we get to the comment sections, I want to talk about the predictions for the NFC Conference Championship.
Oh, I'm gonna keep that quick. I'm gonna go first on that one.
Oh yeah.
The Eagles are gonna win this game. Saquon is going over $120 in this game. 2 touchdowns, might go for 3, and it ain't gonna be close. I know that Jaden Daniels is played phenomenal. I know that defense can be had though, and I feel that it's not gonna be close. That's my wild prediction. It's not gonna be close, but I think Saquon gonna rule this game.
So this is my prediction. I think Jaden Daniels is walking out of Philly as the NFC champion. Because let's go to history.
I would love that.
Let's go to history, right? The Commanders, also known as the Redskins, they are 4-1 in the AFC championships. When they make it, they don't lose. And let's be honest, Jaden Daniels have not been figured out by any team. He's slaying dragons. He's slaying juggernauts. So it's kind of like no team or defense have figured this man out. And what he did against Detroit, I promise you, I could see him doing the same thing against the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Even though they have a better defense, he's just incredible. He's special. So I have Jaden Daniels with the upset, and Navy will be playing the Redskins in the Super Bowl. So
you
now
mean the Commanders, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah, the Commanders. You feel me? But now let's get into some of these comments, right? Hey man, listen, man. Y'all got a good minute or two. Whatever y'all gotta say, if y'all want y'all comments to be put up on the screen, man, comment now. This is the time to do it. So hold on. I'm sick of this man right here. I ain't gonna lie. You finna get this work, big dog. You finna get this work. Cause now you want to talk about this Ravens, but you didn't want to talk about them last week when we should have been talking about them. But I'm gonna just bring it out. I'm gonna just bring it out when I just find it. I just roll past it. Because what your comments are disgusting. Your comments are disgusting. But where they go? Nah, it's after this. Okay. For one, the Bills didn't do nothing.
Yeah, right? What does that say about your team? If we didn't have to do nothing to beat your team, what does that tell you about you guys?
Hold on. Not only that, we went the whole game without punting. Y'all should be embarrassed about that.
That's a good thing.
How you still lose the game and you ain't punt? How you still lose the game and Josh Allen even had to do? Oh, he didn't even have. Y'all keep talking about. Oh, he played better than Lamar Johnson played better than Josh Allen. Josh Allen only needed 130 yards to beat y'all.
I don't think he understood what he just said. Well, he said we didn't do nothing, but we went the whole game without punting. That means that we did do something. That means that we were able to control the ball. If y'all was able to actually do something, how about y'all get a turnover? How about y'all make a turnover? If y'all don't win this year, y'all will never win it. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that because that's how Philadelphia felt a long time ago before Nick Foles came and put 40 up on Tom Brady. Nick Foles of all people. When I tell you the souls of that place was like, dude, we're not rocking with Nick Foles. That dude's not going to win. Things happen. Wild things happen in the league. We got a chance this year. Let's do it this year.
No, I'm going to add on to this, right? Because there's something about you Ravens fans that make me sick to my soul. Just like the Miami Dolphins fan. Y'all make me sick. Y'all make me angry, right? Or if y'all don't win it this year, y'all will never win it. Y'all haven't been nothing since Ray Lewis. The only reason why y'all are relevant as a franchise is because of Ray Lewis in that little 10-year era.
And Lamar Jackson.
And guess what? And Lamar Jackson ain't going to win nothing while Josh Allen and Mahomes is in his league. So you might as well get your blanket ready for your tears for the next few years until you retire.
No. I got something for Brandon. Lamar not winning one in Baltimore. He gonna have to go somewhere else to go there to get that. Because he get a little scary when it get cold. He get a little scary when it get cold. He's turning that ball over a little too much. His South Florida hands get a little too brittle, turn into Donald Trump hands, get real tiny and pruned up when it get time to play in the cold. So I feel that if you want to give me a wild take about we'll never win it, y'all will never win it. Especially after this year. Oh, y'all will never win it. No, y'all win one every 20 years, if that. Oh, see. Now this is my favorite comment because if you would have known, at the end of the show is when we do the comments. So if we're too emotional, it's because we love our team. It's because we love our team. And you talked way too much for us just not to say anything.
And there's a thin line between emotional and passionate. Don't get it confused, big dog. You emotional. That's why you ain't show up last week, because you couldn't control your emotions.
Nah, he couldn't talk to Lamar Johnson.
No.
He wasn't hearing that anyway. He had 5 minutes. He said,
they would have. Y'all would have had the best conversation in the world, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You and Lamar Johnson.
Yeah.
What up, Mark? Well, that's why the Bills are in soft yardage plays. See, and I agree, right? And that's the problem for the Chiefs, right? I mean, for us, because when the Chiefs played us, Xavier Worthy lit us up almost that first half with deep plays. Yeah, we like to keep things in front of us, but we forget about the back. We forget about behind our safeties. And that's where teams kill us. That's where Patrick Mahomes killed us. And best believe they see that the first time, they're going to try it again. So what I'm saying is we need to be prepared for that. Do I think we will? Yeah, I believe we're going to game plan. But one thing that we know about the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to get theirs one way or another. We're not completely shutting down this team. But can we shut them down enough to win? Yes. That's how I feel about that.
I got some for Mark. So I feel like you're not wrong in a sense, but I think that we showed the potential last week to play better in short yardage situations versus Derrick Henry. So I'm not worried about a defensive line versus their offensive line. So we'll be able to do better this time around on short yardage plays. But I'm glad that we play soft on certain occasions because we're playing a team that gets heavily favored in calls. And Houston played really hard. They played really hard last week. They were coming for Mahomes' head. So we already have played them long enough and have idolized them long enough to be able to build a team that knows how to play Mahomes and how to beat Mahomes. And not just in Buffalo, but at KC too. So the bend don't break concept comes with a blessing and a curse. And one of the blessings is that we're going to be able to have zone containment, but at the same time have enough pressure to make him uncomfortable.
100% agree. Now check this out. There you go, Brandon, because Brandon's all crazy. Yeah, he is a choke artist. He's a professional choke artist. That's all he is. And that's all he's been since he's been in the league. He's the Justin Herbert.
I heard he choked at the shelter last night.
Oh yeah. He choked at Cancun too. He on his way to the hospital right now.
He's choking on the olive right now, drinking a martini, bro. Having a good old time over there, man. Got no time for that dude, man. Lamar Jackson. I'll see you next year, Lamar.
Yeah, and also too, I got one more for you, big dog, before we get up out of here. Because Brandon, Nick Foles got more rings in the Bills organization. I mean, of course. I mean, you can't debate facts. But guess what, big dog? I need you to be here Monday when we're on our way to the Super Bowl. Something that you haven't seen with Lamar Jackson. So please, hey, everybody that's in here, remember his name. Because if we win, I guarantee you he ain't gonna be here. So pull up Monday after we get this victory, and we're gonna throw it in your face how we went to the Super Bowl, big dog. How we on our way to the Super Bowl. So just pull up on us, man. That's it.
Hey man, you know what we're gonna get, bro. We're gonna get a sense of euphoria. Oh, and I'm gonna say, let me lay it down for you, man. Euphoria. Kendrick Lamar. You know who I'm talking about, boy. The boy. When he said, when I got my own version of Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria. And I want you to say, they don't know nothing about that. That's what I want you to say. When I say something, you're going to say it, right? We lost 4 straight. What? They don't know nothing about that. And they thinking about those losses day by day. Don't know nothing about that. And you know what? And you know what on Sunday, what it's going to be? It's going to be 1v1. Oh, no, it's going to be 20v1 or 1v20. And you know who that one's gonna be? It's gonna be Josh motherfucking Allen. And I'm telling you right now that when we get down to business, it's gonna get ugly on 4th and 1 with Josh running that rock. Let's go.
So we gonna go through 2 more comments.
Let's go.
For one, I can't allow this, Brandon. Who named you Joey? Kangaroo jackass. First of all, you're not finna come on my platform and talk to my people like this, big dog.
All right, man.
You already been humble. You about to get humble again. You need to stay in your place. Because guess what? If your team won, you wouldn't be talking like this, right?
You weren't dressed. We win the Super Bowl, bro. You weren't the dress, Brandon. You weren't the dress. We want the Kevin Hart too, bro. We want to humiliate you, bro. Or you know what? All I see is a picture of your foot. And that foot is gonna go straight up your behind. If you keep talking to Joe. No, I'm just playing. I'm just
no. We just talking, bro.
But dude, that made me crack a little bit. All right.
We're gonna end this with a bang, man. Hey, man, Joey Hatch, man, and when we put our foot in Kansas City ass this Sunday and take a trip to the Super Bowl, I want everybody to apologize and kiss Josh Allen ass. Can I get an amen? Can I get a it's about to happen? Can I get a they not like us?
They not
you
like
feel
us.
me? They not like us, big dog. But hey, man, with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man, liking, subscribing, commenting. Even if you're a Ravens fan, Dolphins fan, whatever fan you are, man, we always appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate the commentary, man. Keep us going. Thank you, man. We're going to see y'all Monday. We're going to see y'all as AFC champion winners, man. We're going to be AFC champions come Monday. And I'm going to need all y'all to show up and turn up with us because that show is going to have another interview, but y'all not ready for what's going to come. So be ready. It's going to be a big surprise for y'all.
Be ready. Let's go. I'll see y'all.
All right, y'all, man. Bills,